All right, today's date is June 9th, 2022. In Wilbarger County, Texas, I call cause number 24453 in the interest of Desiree Renee Herrera. What says the state?
Ready, Your Honor.
The court's file reflects that Beatrice Wynn was served with notice of these proceedings back on March 8th of 2022. However, she's not made any appearance today. This hearing was set at 10 a.m. and it's now approximately 10:20. So we are proceeding without her. Present on telephone is Renee Herrera. Are you ready, Mr. Herrera?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Kuntz, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Renee Herrera.
Mr. Herrera, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Kuntz is going to ask you some questions, and then at the end, we'll give you a chance to just tell me what you think I need to know, okay? Go ahead, Ms. Kuntz.
Mr. Herrera, since the court order in 2014, has your income varied?
My income has varied. I've been up to 147 a year, and now I'm currently making 137 a year.
Okay. So you where are you currently employed?
I'm currently employed for Patterson UTI Drilling.
Okay. And you included some income documentation from Patterson with the answer that you filed. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it looks like in 2021, did you work there the full year?
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
Looks like you had a gross of $149,985.38. Is that correct?
No, ma'am. It's showing $137,970.
Okay. Well, if you look at number 5, Medicare wages and tips.
Yes, ma'am.
So it looks like there were some things taken out of that box 1. If you included everything before any kind of deductions, would it have been $149,185?
That is my retirement and everything. It gets taken off the top now.
Okay. So
what figure are you looking at, Ms. Kuntz? 149 what?
I'm looking at his W-2 for Patterson from 2021. It's attached to his answer.
Okay, and it's 149 what?
$149,985.38 is what they have in the box 5, Medicare wages and tips.
Okay, and what box are you looking at, Mr.
I was looking at the wages box 1, the 137,970. That, the Medicare wages is my medical, my dental, my vision, my 401k that I put into my retirement, and all that right there combined.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Kuntz.
Okay, and then before any deductions for income for your retirement or anything else, before you took any of that out, in 2020, looking at your W-2, it looks like it was $156,173.45. Is that correct?
It's pretty close, ma'am.
Okay. And have there been recent changes regarding your income?
Ma'am, I actually got demoted here a while back, roughly on a year and a half, 2 years. So I did lose wages there. Then with COVID hitting, we all got a deduction as well.
Okay, and are you on salary?
Yes, ma'am. I am on salary.
Okay, is there anything you get additional pay for beyond your salary?
No, they give us $30 a day just for me being gone for 2 weeks at a time, and that's
Okay.
for myself to eat on and try to pay for
Okay.
fuel.
So $30 a day plus your salary.
It's like a per diem.
Oh, no, the yes, it's with my salary, but it's added into that right there, ma'am. It is a per diem.
Okay.
How many days do you work per week?
I work 7 days a week, ma'am.
Okay.
2 weeks.
And then are you off after the 2 weeks?
I am off for 2 weeks, ma'am. I work 2 weeks. I
2
go
weeks
home.
on, 2 weeks off. Okay. And what is your current salary?
My current salary, all together, I'm wanting to say it's 142 now.
Okay, so 142,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, I asked the court to take judicial notice of the contents of the September 2014 order that we're seeking to modify, including findings of gross monthly resources of $9,250 per month for Mr. Herrera.
All right. I take judicial notice of the contents of the last order, which was done in 2014.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Mr. Herrera, are you providing health insurance and dental insurance for the child on your case through your employer?
Yes, ma'am. I actually got both of my children. I pay child support on both children. I do have medical, I do have dental, and I do have vision insurance for
Okay.
both children.
So you have one other minor child besides the child on this case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
Okay. And what is the cost for the medical insurance?
The medical every 2 weeks out of my check, I'm wanting to say it's roughly between 110 to 130, somewhere around there that gets pulled out and split between both children.
Okay. So that 110 to 130 biweekly, that's just to insure your two children?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
And your cost is covered by the employer, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How much is the dental?
The dental, I'm wanting to say bi-weekly out of my check, it is, I'm wanting to say $12 to $14.
Okay. And that is also a cost just for your two children, the child on this case and your other minor child?
Yes, ma'am. And the same for the vision as well.
Okay. I pass the witness.
And I'm sorry, I missed, how much was the vision?
Roughly the same. I don't have it directly in front of me, ma'am, but it's roughly about $12 to $14 as well.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks.
Okay. What else do you want me to know, Mr. Herrera?
Ma'am, well, I pay child support on Desiree, which is right now $1,000 a month. When I get 3 paychecks, it's $1,500 a month. I pay the exact same for my other son, so that's another $1,000 a month. And when I get 3 checks, it's $1,500 as well. Now I drive a lot to get back and forth to work, and I've got to pay for my meals, things like that right there. I'm barely making it right now with what I do make, but I am on time on my child support and on time with my bills, but it is hard.
Okay.
With what I'm paying now, I make it work, but it is hard because, like I say, I don't work here in Vernon. I work in Odessa, sometimes Midland. I actually worked in New Mexico. They've sent me South Texas, up by College Station, San Antonio. And with fuel being like it is, we have to pay for our own fuel. We have to pay for our own maintenance on our vehicles. And it is hard.
Let me ask you, that $30 per diem,
Yes,
is that included in your W-2s?
yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So when you say you're currently making 142 on a salary per year, that does not include the per diem, or does it?
Ma'am, I would be lying to you if I told you yes or no. I am not 100% on it.
Okay. What are your do you have costs for uniforms or for maintenance on a regular basis?
Our uniforms, they give us points to where we can actually buy the clothes through them, but you got to be there so long. So I do not have to buy my uniforms. Now, my boots, I do have to pay for. They give us one pair a year, and we usually go through two pairs. So I do spend roughly 120 to 150 on a pair of boots a year. And like I say, as far as maintenance, fuel, things like that, that comes out of our own pocket.
And what type of work exactly do you do?
I am a rig manager in the oil field, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, anything else you want me to know, Mr. Herrera?
Ma'am, that's about it.
Okay, let me run some numbers again.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Coons, why don't you have closing? What is the state asking for?
Your Honor, if I calculate based on let me see, I think I switched the number for the 142. Let me check. If I calculate based on the 142,000 a year, I have not put anything yet for the 30. But just based on the 142,000 per year and giving credit for one other minor child, I gave credit for insurance cost of for this child's share of approximately $156 per month. And using those numbers, I get a guideline child support of $1,523 a month.
Okay. Mr. Herrera, let me hear from you. What do you think I need to do?
Ma'am, like I say, I pay $1,000 a month right now for two children. That's $2,000 a month I pay. When I get 3 checks, that's $3,000 a month that I do not have, but I do pay it, plus the insurance, and I do pay 50% of all the bills as well, ma'am. With me bringing home what I bring home, it's barely enough for me to get back to work and make it. Like I say, I'm used to paying the $1,000 a month for each child, and then the months that I do get 3 paychecks, I pay $1,500 a month for each child, and I'm used to that right there because I've been doing it so long now. You know, it is hard, it is a struggle, but with fuel prices and things the way they are now, it is very hard for me to get back and forth to work just paying for fuel.
All right, Ms. Coons, what is the current child support ordered on this case?
$1,075 per month.
All right, based on the testimony and evidence, then I'm going to order Mr. Herrera to pay child support of $1,400 per month starting July 1st of 2021. I'm basing that, Mr. Herrera, on the 142,000 per year. I'm giving you credit for $100 per month on your medical, dental, and vision. And I do appreciate that you've got both children covered. I've also took off an additional 100 for incidentals that you know, and I have no way of knowing what your costs are, but for incidentals like maintenance and things like that, that left me with a net of 8,600. But I'm going with the 1,400 per month starting July 1st, including providing the health insurance, and I'm going to waive court costs in this matter. Ms. Coons is going to prepare that order for my signature. There is a period of 3 business days, Mr. Herrera, during which you can request a new hearing. If you do that, you get a new hearing in front of Judge Byrd, and he would hear from you all over again and make his own decision. He's not bound by anything I've done. But Ms. Wynn, of course, has that right too. If nobody files for a new hearing in the next 3 business days, then my order starts to become final, and you should get a copy in the mail. And as you pointed out, because you're paid every 2 weeks, most months, 10 months out of the year, you will be paying slightly less than that. But 2 months out of the year, you will pay more than that just because of the way your paychecks are scheduled. All right, Ms. Coons, go ahead and prepare that order for my signature, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Herrera. Good luck to you, sir, and to your family.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.